Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Got a little panic there, had a little trouble with my camera, but it seems to be working fine now. Haven't been on in a couple of days, sorry about that. What I made for you today, and I was almost going to let you watch me make it, but then I got to be a coward and I didn't, so apologize for that. Basically, it's just noodles with some chicken, turkey gravy. It's got mushrooms and carrots and onions. And it smells wonderful. It's kind of something I just threw together. It looked yummy. And then still have some of my nephew's cucumbers left, so I just salt and peppered them. They're starting to get not crisp, so I needed to eat it. I got two left. I don't know if I'll be able to eat those in time. Have some lemon water here. Wanted to film in a different spot today, and I noticed, and I think what's causing the glare are the lights that I have in front of me, but if I turn them off, it's too dark, and it's hard for me to get in and out of this TV tray, so I'm going to try it next time. I tried it on the kitchen table, and it works perfect as far as the glare in my glasses, but I can't, because I'm using a laptop camera, I can't angle it well enough where you see me and the food and all of that. So I have to try to figure that out so that there's not such a glare. So I don't have to look like the Hunchback of Notre Dame and makes my gut stick out. And he ate it too fast. I was going to have a little doggy mukbang too. I gave him some food, so now he'll leave me alone. He was a little hungry. Because he ate something in the backyard he wasn't supposed to, so he had kind of tummy trouble, so he's trying to catch up eating. But I don't want him to eat so fast that he gets sick, you know what I mean? So let's go ahead and get started. Let me see if I can pull that down a little bit. What have y'all been doing since the last time we saw each other? Everybody doing okay? Now, I'm real sloppy with noodles, and this is my favorite, spaghetti noodles and turkey gravy. So hopefully I won't wear it, but at least it's not a white shirt, it's a gray shirt. Tastes as good as it smells. Yeah, I've just been kind of chilling out. Trying to rest. I had a really bad headache day before yesterday. Was it yesterday or day before yesterday? Time gets away from me sometimes. I think it was yesterday. Blaring headache. Now, I have, amongst my many other ailments, I have, my God, I've had it for years, and I cannot think of it right now. Hang on. Sleep apnea. And I wear a CPAP machine. Now, I noticed on one of my videos, of course, I know to look for it, so I saw it, but I wear a mask. Sometimes I go all day with a line on my face because CPAP machines are made for you sleeping on your back. That's how they stay attached, but I'm not a back sleeper. Never have been, ever. So I have to sleep on my sides. So I cinch it a little tighter so it keeps a seal, or it sounds like a whistling train, and the wife would never get any sleep. So if I sleep too deeply into the pillow, because the machine rushes air into your up your nose, because I use a nose one. It shoves air up to your nose so that your brain can get oxygen and stuff, but it comes out through where the mouthpiece and the tube, there's a little slits where the air can flow in and out. If you plug that up, then it's just like not wearing the mask. And if I sleep too deeply on my pillows, the pillows kind of suffocate the mask. And I thought that's what it was, but within an hour or so of you waking up, if that's what it is, the headache will go away. I had pressure on this eye, and it happens sometimes. It kind of felt swollen, and it felt swollen all through here. This is extra numb today. I feel the numbness all the way up to here, and on a good day, the numbness is only about here, but it's very numb today. and yesterday, and it just felt so swollen. So I took a decondensant and stuff to get the swelling down and everything, and it helped. It went away after a while, so I feel much better. Headaches suck big time. So I'm feeling much better today. I feel like I'm leaning back, like I'm doing a. Let me see if I can scope to myself. Bet you weren't expecting that. A little bit better. Well, I thought I was going to film somewhere else to give you a different view. Kind of look at all my thumbnails and like all the same pictures except for my shirt. And then the one Apple one I did with my hair down, but having my hair done is such a pain in my ass. God, it's a pain. So, anyway, maybe next one. This was almost done. Oh, this doesn't take no time, but this was almost done when I decided to film over there. So there really wasn't a whole lot of time to try to put a book underneath it, or, you know what I mean. So I'll work on it more and get you one in the kitchen. So I can look you dead in your eye. Dead in my eye. Can you tell I'm from Texas? Sorry about that. I had to pause you real quick. I really wasn't feeling comfortable, so I had to readjust my legs under the TV trays. This leg was kind of, and it didn't feel right, so I feel better now. Anyway, carry on. Daughter brought home Panda Express last night. Excuse me. When she came home from work last night, and I really wanted to do a mukbang about it, but when she's home, we watch kind of shows that my wife doesn't like watching. We're into this. It's only 2 seasons. It's called Between. It's on Netflix. And I don't know if it's exclusively for Netflix or if it's on some other channel, but at least it's 2 seasons worth, and we haven't had the heart to look it up to see if they got signed on for a 3rd season or it's just filming, but very interesting storyline, so right up our alley. So check that out if you want to. It's called Between. Kind of spit one more time. Sorry about that. Just a cucumber. So it's about a little town called Pretty Lake, and everybody from 22 years old and older all died, just dropped dead. Fire risk, government conspiracy, and all the teenagers are left to try to figure out how to run their world and or their little town, and they get fenced off, and the government's telling everybody that they're feeding them and they're not, and it's really, really interesting storyline. So we watched TV and ate it, but it was really good. We have 2 Panda Expresses in our area. The first time we went to the first one, we were very disappointed. Very public opening, so I guess lack of experience. The food was very dry, and it ain't cheap. It isn't cheap. It really isn't. So we're like, no, we won't be spending our money there. And then the one in The other town, like my town, doesn't have one. There's like 3 towns that bump together. The one town on our one side has one, and now the town on the other side has one. And our town is bigger than those two put together, so I don't know why we don't have one. But the other one in the other town is where my daughter got hers, and me and my wife ate there one time. We thought, well, we just got through spending $200 on groceries, and, then you don't feel like cooking because you already know what it's going to be when you get home. So we tried it, and we liked it, but we really hadn't been back since. We'd rather go to the all-you-can-eat buffets. But anyway, my daughter brought some home, and it was very good. God, they had a shrimp. They had shrimp and walnuts, I guess. As a matter of fact, I think Jasper Days, he did a Panda Express one, and I think he got the shrimps. Jasper, weren't they good? Very good. I just noticed on Kimmy's, I watched a mukbang of hers yesterday, I think it was. And I noticed on hers, and she didn't make a big deal about reaching 200,000, but she's got, as of yesterday early, she had like 261,000 subscribers. You go, girl. You're awesome, too. You and Mommy Tang. Kimmy, you're just phenomenal. You know what you want. You go after it, so I commend you for that. And don't you let your dad or anybody else tell you it's not a real job. You're great at it. You make money off of it. You plan everything out. Yeah. See, this is what happens when you don't watch your spaghetti because you're busy trying to figure out your computer camera on the table. Let's see if I can eat this lady. Like, probably not. Let's just go for it. Y'all, excuse me. Let's see what I can do. I look like a lizard. Congratulations to Martin. He'd been stressing about getting a job. He doesn't want it all to fall on his husband, Nick, so he went for a job interview yesterday, and yay, Martin. Congrats to you, darling. I think you do great. You've got a great personality. So, shout out, hey, Mama Mona. Hope you're feeling well today. Taking care of yourself. Keep your ass at home today. I thought I was going to lose it. Well, there's a name for them. In Germans call it macaroni. And I know there's another name for it because I actually saw them on Food Network. And what they are spaghetti noodles that they're real thick and they're long as spaghetti noodles, but they got a hole in them. It's almost like a straw. I haven't really seen them in regular stores, although H-E-B, it's another grocery store here, popular. I don't know how far out of Texas they are or if they're even outside of Texas, but they have an international aisle, and I really haven't checked the German section to see if they're there, but we only ever got them when my mother would travel to Germany to see her sister, and she'd kind of stow some away in her luggage for us. But they're so good because, like a kid, turkey gravy, noodles and turkey gravy. I suck the gravy like a straw. I know, 53, I'm such a kid. Those cucumbers really, I think they have their last life. They're really not tasting very good. It just hurts me because that means, damn it, I wasted them. Should have ate them sooner. Oh, how many of y'all have taken my advice and looked up chagati? Y'all should. Y'all should. Tastes kind of rough, but it works good. Works well. Works good. Works well. Works well. Mm, mm. You know what? I think I did it before, and I don't know if y'all caught it. I do it at least once. Y'all like camping? I used to love camping. I still do. It'd be hard for me to get on that ground, but I could find a way to bring a mattress in there. I might consider it. I'm fishing. Oh, I used to love fishing. I was a real tomboy when I was young. Really was. I can remember going camping all the time as a child. This lake or that lake. Stuck with me. I told you I would call my daughter up and tell her to go packing. It's probably where I got it from. My dad would call my mom and say, hey, let's go camping. Get stuff together, and when I get home, we'll go. We loved camping, especially because there weren't a whole lot of rules like at home when you went camping, Not much freedom as we got when we were younger. You wouldn't dream of giving your kids these days the same kind of freedom, unfortunately. But I just can remember. I remember one particular time I think we went camping. I don't think we went fishing for the day. I think we went camping, and we went ice fishing. That's why I don't know if we stayed because of the cold, but had to be camping because we didn't normally go that far to just fish for a day. Anyway, we always had dogs. My dad's favorite dogs were German Shepherds, Huskies. We had this German Shepherd. We were on the ice, and the ice melts from the shore on in. Of course, the center of the lake stays frozen, so there was a good distance where the pier was, where you'd walk off the pier and then onto the ice. But from halfway down the pier to the shore was all water. Ice water, but still water. And the dock pier was very slippery, and I remember our dog going into the water. It wasn't that old. Maybe fourth grade, fifth grade. I'd have to ask my mom, but without thinking, I jumped in because he couldn't get back out because he had gotten loose from his chain. So he had his collar on, and we had his chain was dragging behind him because that's how we kept him at the campsite. So see, I think we were camping, but his chain got caught in between the pieces of wood, and he couldn't jump back out. So I jumped in and loosened it up and pushed him up out of the water. And then I don't know how I got out. My dad must have run over, and I really don't remember that part, but I just remember being so cold, and I got in so much trouble for doing that. But I had to rescue my dog. That was a good dog we had. I remember my dad used to feed him cookies, and I used to sneak him eggs until I got caught one time because I had a raw egg under my shirt, and it fell on the ground, and my mom saw it. Oops. He wouldn't eat a pancake unless my dad put syrup on it. Yes, picky dog. That was when we were stationed in Gallup, New Mexico. Well, I cooked a meal thinking it would be another nice long mukbang. I really didn't talk about fibro today, but I thought I'd give non-fibro people a kind of a break. But didn't really talk about much of anything, did we? Told one story. Sorry about that, y'all. Kind of worried about the wife. She, hopefully, she don't watch these, so maybe I can tell you. I don't want to give all her secrets away, but she had a thyroid issue where she had to have her thyroid removed. She had lots of tumors in there, and thought the one got so big they thought it was cancerous, but it wasn't. But they removed her thyroid, so now she's got to be on thyroid medication for the rest of her life, or she doesn't take it, she'll die. But one of the things that has come about is that she gets low D, Delta, vitamin D, and this last time she, for a while she was suffering really bad with bad headaches, bad headaches, and a lot of the symptoms that she was having were similar to mine, except for the pressure points, and that's kind of what really determines if you have fibromyalgia or not. And I tested 16 out of 18. But she didn't have that. And so we were really concerned. She went to my rheumatologist, and they said, oh, no, she's got chronic pain syndrome. I've never heard of that. So I started thinking, and who knows you better than your spouse, And I really keep wanting to eat those, but they don't taste right. But so I told her, and she'd been going to the doc by herself and didn't feel up to going. To me, it was just routine. But this time I said, you know what, I'm going to go. I'm going to go and tell this doctor he's either got to check your thyroid again, because she's only had to have her levels of medicine on her thyroid adjusted one time. And she had thyroid surgery in 2012, I believe. And so that's pretty good, just one-time adjustment. And I said, they're going to check your thyroid, your D, or something. I said, because the last time your D was low, I mean, it gets so low that she has to take one pill a week, which is like 50,000 units of D in it. And so I bet you. So we went to the doctor, and I know that the doctor seemed a little bit irritated that I was doing a lot of talking, but sometimes my wife gets frustrated with me because she says I treat her like a child when I do all the talking. So I do that because I'm afraid she'll forget to tell something. So I sit on my hands and then I wait. And I asked her, can I talk at this one? And she said, yeah, we've got to find answers. So I told him, you really need to check either her thyroid or her D. I said, because her D gets low, and this usually happens. Not sure if it's the same. So this was on a Thursday or a Friday. So before we left the clinic, they drew blood, and on Monday, I happened to notice a text, and or a phone call or something. Oh, a text from the pharmacy, because the Walmart pharmacy sends her a text when her prescription is ready, and we didn't put in for a refill. So when we called, sure enough, it was D. Well, that pisses me off, okay? Her D's low. You don't call her to tell her that her D's low. You don't even call to say that you turned in a prescription. You see what I'm saying? So then she calls up and talks to the nurse and says, yeah, it's low. They gave her like 5 refills because you get 4 tablets, one for 4 weeks in a month. But she gets like 5 refills. So she talks, and they said, yeah, after a while, make an appointment with the doctor, and they'll check your levels again, and, they'll see where you are from there. Well, she's had it for she's done 3 rounds of it for like 3 months. And you can tell when she needs another pill, because she takes them like every Thursday, and then by Wednesday, she's feeling poorly again. And then she'll take her pill, and then she's fine for a while. And I told her, something's going on. And so if any of y'all doctors or whatever, or have this problem, and you know why, you can put it in the comments for me. But I told her, she says, well, if I go to this doctor and my levels are still low, then she's going to want to see the doctor that did her thyroid. Because we feel like, since she never had that problem before, that that's probably associated, and to see if something can be done. Because when she first had it taken out, the doctor told her, we're going to give you a round of the D because that automatically happens. And so we expected it then, but not these last 2 times, which, this is the 3rd time, that one, and then 2 more times. So I've been kind of concerned about her because it just, it's everything she can do to wake up. So I got my mind on her today, but I really wanted to touch base with y'all. I miss filming when I don't film. I'm thinking, what can I make? What can I eat? What can I do? I need to get out there. I need to talk to people, because I really feel like y'all are in my living room. And people that don't film, that sounds weird, but all you YouTubers that do film, you know what I'm talking about. I stay on YouTube. If I'm not watching TV, I click back and forth with the tabs of Facebook and YouTube, just waiting for Marty to put out a video. Or the other ones that I keep track of. Do y'all know T and Lee? That boy will say almost anything on film. And I'm just like, should you have shared that? Because I would not have shared that. But I guess that's what I like about him, because he says it's his channel, damn it. And if he wants to say it, say it. And that's what he says to us. And people try to get advice from him. And he said, if you cuss, then cuss. It's your channel. If people don't like people who cuss, then they're not going to watch your channel. But you're going to find people that are like you that will want to watch you. And he says, and if you want to talk about D's and V's, you know what I'm talking about. But JJ's and the other thing. He said to talk about them. So, and he sure does. But I think he's been busy, so I'm waiting on a film of his. But anyway, 30 minutes. That's not too bad. Sorry if I bored you today. I didn't mean to. Just wanted to get out there and say hi and eat a little in front of you. Much love to everyone. God bless you. Positive vibes out there. And if you like this, please like and subscribe. I'm kind of stuck at 25 subscribers, which I appreciate all 25 of y'all. Thank you so much for believing in me and supporting my channel. Would love to get more, trying to spread the word of fibromyalgia. So please, please tell your people that you know have it, or some friends that might have it, or they're not sure. The last video I made was a little boring. It was how I got approved for disability and the steps to take. Sometimes it can seem a little daunting to do it. Where do I start? You know, that type of thing. So that's a little story about how I was approved. And if you have somebody like a law firm helping you, then it's not so scary, because they'll, at least my firm, kind of walks you through it. So, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that y'all might have. I'll also tell you the company if you ask me in the comment section. I think it needs to be said. Sometimes tutorials and stuff, they get a little complicated, and it's really not. All you got to do is make one phone call. So anyway, have a great rest of the day. It's 2:35 Central Time, so hopefully by late this evening I'll have uploaded and all of that. This thing takes forever sometimes, but I need to get on it. Anyway, y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all soon. Bye.